All right. Yeah, everything's kind of getting chopped on this slide, but my name is Eric Hardy. I want to talk about why selling apps is an international business and why that's a good thing and how you can do it. First, a little bit about myself. I've been selling apps for almost 3 years now, and it's been my full-time job for the past 2 years. Most of the apps I sell are through BlackBerry App World, and mostly it's been puzzle and strategy games, just to give you an idea of the demographics I'm looking at. If you were to do a more business-focused app, you might see less internationalization in what you're doing. Now, the reason we could go international is digital distribution, which did not exist at all 10 years ago. There was no Steam. There was no way to buy songs off of iTunes. You had to get your software from a shiny metal disc. And if you were a small software shop, that meant you could pretty much sell to Rochester. If you're willing to get into a car, drive around, you could sell to New York. If you want to do it with postage, you could sell to the United States. If you wanted to deal with customs, you could sell to Canada and Mexico. But pretty much no matter what you did, you could not sell worldwide. Today it's expected, it's easy, and it's the default on almost every app store there is. To give you an idea of the reach this can give you, I'd like to compare one of my apps to an international giant like McDonald's. Last month, my app was downloaded in 150 different countries. McDonald's is currently in 119. That's not to imply that my business is larger than McDonald's, which would be ridiculous, but that thanks to digital distribution, I have more reach. The other issue when going international, of course, is language. Not everyone speaks English. I found that roughly 38% of all users have their default language set to something other than English. In my case, I found it mostly to be Spanish. The natural question from that is, well, then is it worth your time to translate your apps? The answer, of course, is maybe. One app that I translated saw almost no change in either the free or the paid versions. Another app that I had translated saw a slight uptick in the free version and over twice as many Spanish-speaking users in the paid version. So it's going to depend. The other thing that translation does have going for it, though, is that it's relatively cheap. I found a site online that will translate really anything for you at a cost of 5 cents per word. For me, this came out to about $15 per language per app. Of course, it depends on how wordy your apps are. All right, thank you. You can find me on Twitter at Ebscer or talk to me after the halls.